Hi guys, welcome to another one of our gold tutorial trading updates. The reason for this video basically is just a little technical update on gold, and we want to point out some of the resistance points. We've had this trend line put in. Basically, it was support for quite some time. We back tested it yesterday. The market actually pulled back a little bit, and then today we've had a down day. So you could say that that trend line has been respected as a resistance to this point. Um, we need to see how today closes before we jump in. There is a good chance that we may end up going to 1350, which is the first major resistance. We hit 1350 a few times and bounced, and we struggled to get above it. We actually found resistance at 1350, which pulled back, and it looks like we're heading towards that 1350 again. If you look, it stopped that down move. The market really bounced. So you know that's quite a strong resistance. It gave us a second bounce, which gave us this little rally. When we got under it, we really tanked. That is one hell of a down move once we got under that. So that is quite a key horizontal support or resistance now underneath it. So will we get a little double top? Will we test 1350 tomorrow and get a small double top? That is a question you've got to be asking yourself on gold at the moment. But there's quite a few other things that we want to go through. And there's another key resistance as well that we need to contend with. So let's look a little bit further. Right, so we've got the chart now on a different bit of software, so you can see this red trend line. We bounced off it by quite a lot. When we got underneath it, we had a big breakdown. We back tested it, failed, and we've not actually managed to get as high to retest it since. Now, if we do break 1350, then that trend line is around 1360. So even if we break 1350, that is going to be, it's quite a long-term trend line. That is going to be quite hard to break. So the 1350 to 1360 area is a good spot to go short. If we get above that red trend line, then we've got to turn bullish. Despite what we think of gold, despite that we think it's in a bear market, we have to turn bullish technically. You might argue there is a moderate size inverted head and shoulders forming. Any of the people who have watched our tutorials on our advanced bit of our website know that in general, unless they are big, they are often continuation patterns in a bear market. But if it is a big pattern, then obviously it's a reversal. So really the best thing to do, we believe, is basically see what the market does. If the market gets to 1350 and fails, then we know that resistance held. That is a good time to go short. But if you get towards that 1360 area with that red trend line, that may well be the time to go short. But again, see what the market does. Let the market tell you it's finding resistance. Other points worth considering. In this downtrend so far, we met a low, made a high, made an equal low, a lower high, a lower low. We made a higher low, which has given us this up rally, but this is a lower high at the moment. It's lower than that high. So we've made a higher low. It matters very much what happens now. If we make an equal high, that is going to send us down. If we make a higher high, then things get a little bit awkward for the bears. And, you know, unless we make a higher high, then there is a good chance. Oops, if we just draw in this line, we'll make it blue just so we can really show you guys what's going on. That blue line could well be tested, and to be honest with you, this could be a little channel. Between the blue line and the red line, that could be a little down channel. So we are so near resistance. This is what we're trying to say. If people are following We Make Mints at the moment, what we are saying is we are coming up to some strong resistances. See what the market does. At the moment, we back tested that line and we've broken down since. That might be the only resistance we hit. We may end up forming a little bear flag and end up going lower to make a lower low. But anyone that knows how to trade Bollinger Bands knows that top Bollinger Band now will be a target, and that's 1352 approximately. So we hit the top of that band, hit the bottom. Once you get past the midway point, the top Belinga band then becomes a target. So there is a good chance that this is why we haven't jumped in the market yet. We may well get 1350 tomorrow. It's hard to tell at the moment. We need to let the market tell us what's going to happen. Don't try and decide for yourself. And what we mean by that basically is don't try to decide. Let the market show you what's going to happen. Because there's so many patterns. They're here as well. Maybe a small little rounded head and shoulders, which may produce a down move. There's so many patterns at the moment. And I think a lot of gold traders are scratching their head. A lot of traders probably leaving gold alone. And to an extent we are as well, because we want to see the gold go up to an area of resistance and either break out on the upside, or we want to see it fail so we know what's going to happen. This is the weekly chart. We talked about Belingas before. At the moment, we are stopped in our tracks at 1350. If we fail, I think it's a long way down to find any sort of support. If we break that 1350, who's to say that isn't a little bull flag? You can get bull flags in bear markets. So looking at the weekly chart doesn't give us too many clues, but it does highlight that 1350 area of resistance. So if we get that tomorrow, depending on how today finishes, that may well be where we start really watching to go short. And just to round off, we are on Facebook, We Make Mints. We've got quite a few likes in the last week since our last update on gold. A lot of people are trading gold, and even if you think you know what is going to happen on the gold chart, it's always nice to know what other traders are thinking. We upload lots of statuses about the market in general and the gold market because we're following gold at the moment. We like to follow the news in gold, and we upload all sorts of things on there. So if you want to be one of the first to see our recommendations and things like that, then go onto Facebook, search for We Make Mints, and give us a like. And basically what you'll get is you'll get the updates as and when we post them. Because we've got quite a few people interested in gold, we're posting quite a bit on gold at the moment. As soon as we go short, we will let you all know. So come and like us and join us on Facebook.